Hall, and the inaugural event for the Fairy Godmother Foundation of New York, Inc. I'm Katie Capitulo, and I'm the president of the foundation. Her vibrant personality, tenacity. She used to sit in Christie's salon and shout, "Jason, Jason, get me some coffee." And her keen sense of fashion. Many here were fairy godmothers to Linda. And some of them were nurses, social workers, hairstylists, child life specialists, nurse practitioners, physicians, teachers, dance partners, friends, her hair colorist favorite guy, Jason, and her hairstylist, Jessie. So it is extraordinary that you're all here tonight. There's also representatives from her families. We have Mount Sinai families here, Columbia family, Choney, St. Mary's Hospital for Children. Of course, her Dancing Dreams family. They performed the Nutcracker in a Nutshell in Lincoln Center. And the Camp Sunshine family, the Christie's Salon family, that was her favorite place, and her fairy godmother family, who is with me tonight. And this is her fairy god son here. So it's also very special to have Linda's best friends present. And if you would stand up when I announce you or wave your hand, Rosa, who was her partner in going to the Choney prom. Sarah Harris, who is her partner going to Camp Sunshine. Francesca Griffin, her dance partner. And tonight's awardee and her friend who accompanied her to concerts and restaurants, Dolly Coleman. Despite the numerous medical challenges that Linda faced, her life was enhanced by wonderful people who became her fairy godmothers. Linda connected us all. And even if you never met Linda, tonight you're part of her legacy. Because we formally launched the Fairy Godmother Foundation. And just a little bit, why another foundation? There's just so many out there. We're special. The Fairy Godmother Foundation of New York, our goal is to replicate some of the kindnesses that Linda experienced by all the fairy godmothers in the room who knew Linda, to enhance the quality of life for children and young adults who have medical, mental health, physical, or developmental challenges by enhancing their quality of life through meaningful quality of life experiences. Unlike other foundations, we don't have a limit of age and we don't have a limit of diagnosis. And some of the others, more prominent foundations do. So I want to start by introducing the board of the Fairy Godmother Foundation. Everybody here is a volunteer. Actually, they spent a lot of their own money to make this happen tonight. So I want them to come up just so you can put a name with a face. So we have two vice presidents, Dr. Elizabeth Aiello and Nancy Sincata. Secretary Colleen McCarthy. Treasurer Marielle Nassis. Chair of fundraising and all the RSVPs and all the logistics, Melissa Capitulo. Director of Marketing and Design, AJ Sincata Eichenfield. And our medical director, Dr. Andrew Eichenfield. And Director Katie Shea. The Director of Chair of the Dream Committee, Nancy Indelicato, and Nancy was made a Dama from the Italian royal family in the past week, so we have a Dama on our side. Director of Legal Affairs, Michelle Ray Pinzon Vieira. Chair, Diane Warrenes. I want to just thank some people who are supporting us, Assemblyman Edward Bronstein and his wife Stephanie, and our media sponsor, Vicki Schneps. I do have some special thanks. Number one, to Ricky Margulies, who has been a joy to know for the past 5 or 6 years. Ricky is director here at Terrace on the Park. He gave Linda a fabulous Sweet 15 party here, and that was 5 years ago. So thank you, Ricky. And he has worked with us tirelessly. So Ricky, I have a little something for you. We have so many sponsors, and all of you are donors tonight because you have supported us in coming. But we have some major sponsors who went way beyond the call of duty to help us. KISS USA, and if you would stand up, KISS USA, Robert Kim, Peristos L'Oreal, and they sponsored the Dancing Dreams table. They wanted to do that, so we're very, very excited about that. In addition, you're going to get one of the goodie bags at the end, and there's a lot of products in it. And of course, Christie & Company, who's been our primary sponsor. Deborah Carver and Jewel Cunningham, Petrocelli Beauty, Moroccan Oil, Paul Mitchell, Aveda, Vicki Schneps, Eisen Sullivan, the law firm of Wand and Goody, Reportage, Venture Productions, and Cordmeyer Development. And I want to thank some of our other table sponsors, Aiello Harris and Associates, Appleseeds, Diane Warrenes, Drip Medi Spa, Colleen McCarthy, Mariel Nassis, and the Fairy Godmother family. Floral Decorations, who provided the flowers. Thank you to Monica Martin, our violinist, and to fabulous Mike of Bravo Sound. So thanks to all the donors, colleagues, and families, those here and sent their support. Tonight, everyone has the opportunity to be a fairy godmother and godfather. Everyone who supports the foundation is part of our movement. We are fairy godmothers and fathers, breaking barriers, improving quality of life, and giving meaningful and joyful experiences, which gives hope and it makes dreams come true. So thank you for making dreams come true. At this time, I want to bring up Nancy Indelicato and Nancy Zincata. These are two social workers on our board of directors, and they're going to give you a little bit of information about the dreams.
Thanks everyone for being here. I am very excited about my newest title as New York Fairy Godmother. To serve on an amazing board with all of the other fairy godmothers and godfathers, and also to be here with you tonight because all of you are dedicated to the same goals of making a difference in people's lives. I am truly blessed to be with you this evening. When Katie turned to me at a board meeting and said, "You are going to be in charge of dreams," I thought that was an awesome responsibility. So I immediately ran out and got my magic wand that I share with you this evening. And even though it is Friday the 13th, we're going to turn this into a lucky evening for everyone. and also a magical evening. Kudos to Super Fairy Godmother, Katie Capitullo, for all that she has done. She has spearheaded this effort to found this foundation in a record time. Only after a few months, we were incorporated in March 2017. And also, I have to mention what Katie did for Linda Shohatee. She knew Linda since age 2, and she made her a part of her family. Her husband, her daughter Melissa, her son, they all were true fairy godmothers throughout her life and through her medical challenges. And I think we should give Katie and her family a round of applause at this point. And if Ron would stand up, and Melissa, and the other, and Gala, and her family. And Andrew, thank you. So as mentioned, the foundation is based on the memory and legacy of Linda Shohatee, who despite medical challenge had quality of life due to the caring individuals around her. Many of you here joined in making Linda's life a happy life, as Katie has mentioned. And it was through your sharing activities with her, enabling her to perform, singing and dancing, attending camp, have a glamorous hairdo, special trips, spectacular birthdays, and a wonderfully decorated room at the Children's Hospital, New York Presbyterian, or at St. Mary's, and very importantly, by listening and being her friend. 2 quick anecdotes about Linda. She loved the Shohatee prom, as has been mentioned. And one year she was admitted, and I entered her room and she wanted to show me her beautiful gown. Every year she picked a color. This year was red, and it was a dazzling, spectacular long gown. But I wondered, where are your shoes? And she slowly walked across the room and looked at the microwave in her room and opened it. And lo and behold, there were a pair of red sequin shoes, just like the magical shoes in Wizard of Oz that were going to transport her later in the evening to the prom. So I looked at her, and with a deadpan face, I said, just, please don't push popcorn. And I turned to leave the room, and she laughed. And I turned and laughed with her, because she had a great sense of humor. The other anecdote is that many times when she was ready to be discharged back to St. Mary's or somewhere else, she made it clear that she didn't want to leave. And sometimes she would be very stubborn, and they would page me, and I'd go running over to her patient room to try to convince her to get in the ambulance that was waiting downstairs. But you know what? She always had a good reason. It could be that she felt comfortable there. She was among friends and really felt like she was among family, and Katie would be there every day. Or she wanted to stay an extra day so she did not miss a special children's program in our winter garden the next day. Or she really wanted to wait for Katie to come to accompany her. All good reasons, I thought, and now to convince the hospital administration to tolerate a delayed discharge. I say this to only underscore the fact that caring people and meaningful experiences often override chronic illness, pain, suffering, even rules and regulations. So this foundation's mission to continue the caring for individuals, as Katie mentioned, living with physical, psychological, and developmental conditions, is very important. You may have already seen the stars around the room. They're on the poster board up front. They're on the pink forms at your table. Please take a look at them. They are small dreams, as we are just a beginning foundation. And the big dreams hopefully will come later, or they're really good for other established Make-A-Wish foundations at this point. But whether big or small, dreams are hopes, aspirations, goals, possibilities And there is a person behind every dream. Take a look. There are dreams for tickets to sports events, excitement over seeing Disney characters live, a computer to continue college studies, a stove or car repair to provide for your family, a decorated room for your very first bedroom in your very first apartment ever. Just some opportunities tonight, including the raffle. And I want to thank all of you who have already bid on the raffle and also on some of the wishes that look like they're going to be granted real soon. We are making dreams happen. Thank you for that. And tonight we're also fortunate to have two remarkable young adults. And I have had the privilege to be with them through their medical journey. And I'd like to call them to the podium right now, Raymond McCune and Carmen Mejia, who are going to speak to the point of how their small and big dreams have made a difference in their life. Thank you. And you can see Raymond has a good sense of humor and has really got into the spirit of this evening.
Hello, everyone. Alrighty, well, my name is Raymond, and Nancy is my social worker. When I guess I can start off with back when I was 14, being diagnosed with kidney failure and being extremely scared at that age. Very scared, very frightened, you know, worried about what would happen next. Moving forward and talking with my team, talking with Nancy, in less than a year, I ended up getting my first transplant. That has always been, you know, when I was diagnosed, that was just like one very massive dream that I had. I only dreamed of having a transplant. I never thought the day would actually happen. So moving forward, that transplant ended up rejecting my body. And that was another scary moment for me, definitely. Another scary moment, because I thought I would be on the waiting list for 5+ years. I thought I would never get one, ever. And then also, once again, talking with the team and getting a lot of help, I ended up getting my second transplant in May. There has been a lot of difficult challenges. I had lost my mom. That was a really, really sad moment for me. I lost her, and yeah, that was a very sad moment for me. But I still had a lot of support, the most amazing support from my entire nephrology team. Nancy Delicado has definitely been the most amazing person for me. She has. She helped me through my roughest moments, especially she has helped me with the loss of my mom. I also told myself that I don't know what to do with my life anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I'm just lost. But talking with Nancy, she helped a lot. I'm also a very, very big fan of wrestling, WWE. I don't know if we have any fans in here. Yes, and I actually had I actually was able to go to WrestleMania 30 and enjoyed such a beautiful, wonderful time. I've met wrestlers such as John Cena. I met wrestlers such as Big Show. I've met a lot of huge wrestlers, and I've only dreamed of those things. You see these things on television, and it's just like, wow, one day I'm going to meet these people. And with the help of Nancy, and with the help of everybody inside New York Presbyterian, they were able to make my dream come true. So, that was just a massive dream that I had, but no matter how big or how small the dream is, it's still a dream. And with the help and support of everyone, you can definitely make your dream come true.
Come forward.
Hello, how are you guys? I'm very nervous. This is why I let Raymond go first. Well, my name is Carmen. Like Nancy said, I'm 23 years old. And 4 years ago, my mom gave me my kidney. It was a tough journey, and it's something that I never expected to happen. In the long run, I was 8 years old when I was diagnosed with Alport syndrome, a type of kidney disease that damages the kidneys over time. And the doctor would always tell me, well, it's going to be a long time before you get a transplant, which is why I never thought about it. And then in 2013, they told me, well, you know you need a transplant, right? And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm just here waiting. And I eventually got my transplant because my mom didn't want me to be on dialysis. She told me to suck it up because I was very sick. And we went into surgery. I remember that day like it was yesterday. It was the best day of my life. To have a parent think of me like that. Because there's many kids out there that they're just waiting for an organ. And little did I know that my journey was not over. I had my transplant, and the first few weeks I was always in the hospital because someone would come home, visit me with a cold or the flu.